once again to the freaky library. I see that you have raving reviews about Steel Run Volume 2, and I'm glad that you have brought it back to me in time. But this book, you want to check out this one. You're not the one I thought would be so emo. Anyway, I digress, as this is by far one of the most saddest and beautiful graphic novels I've ever read. That being James O'Barr's The Crow. It has a beautiful cover to it, and on the back we have just one of the panels to it. As you can tell, this is brilliantly illustrated. And one of the cool things is that if you wanted to take off the paper cover, you have a completely black and dark book with gold lettering. It's beautiful, isn't it? Just like the story itself. It is sad and it is beautiful. I read this actually all in one night. I was so grasped by its story. It drew me in like a black hole. Look at that, we're not even one page into it. Look at that beautiful face. The Crow by James O'Barr. Now, one thing to note is that in this story, there is two types of drawings. There are the ink, the very dark ink in harsh environments of the real time of what's going on. And then there are lighter types of drawings that are, I would say, more like sketches or watercolor that resemble good times. But first, I've got to say, looking at this first panel, this is kind of a JoJo pose right here, I'm not gonna lie. He's got the whole Joseph Joestar looking pose going on. Beautiful. And I'll start off by showing a couple of panels here. Look at that. Look at the use of the shadow. The way he just crawls out of the darkness. It's beautiful. I feel like sometimes the character, Eric, he has a very cool design with the clown-like makeup. And then he has a scar going across from one eye across his nose to show, I believe, the damage he undertook in the tragic event that is the backstory to Eric and why he gets to live just one more night. Here we have the pastel. In this case, this is actually a dream at the very beginning of the book, but this style that James O'Barr elected to use comes in also his memories. This image right here reminds me of the Akira meme. Akira. No, get out of my head. Akira. No. What $5 on Amazon, but since you're renting it, I would consider keeping it and buying it, even off of Amazon yourself. If you ever are feeling sad, just know that Eric has gone through so much pain as well. A similar pain, maybe even to yours. It's a beautiful book. I cannot keep saying such things, but I truly mean it. As I flip through these pages, I don't think I can show this page on YouTube. Oh, look at this though. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Stunning. Epic. Going to skip through most of the other pages of this book because I don't want to spoil too much of it. But it is a very, very heartwarming book. And it did make me cry. I'm just trying to find some pages to show because there's a lot of graphic things in here. Oh, here we go with another JoJo pose. Look at that. Bro is angry, and for good reason. Here's a good shot. Just pure artwork. Look at that detail. It's magnificent. The way that the shadows and light play across the page. You're going to like this book. Trust me. I've read it. Let's see what else there is. This one goes hard. Feel free to screenshot. Look at that. Hammer Party. It's amazing. Filled with just chaos, destruction. The type of internal pain that is expressed through images. It's beautiful. This is also a good image as well. Of a burning horse through barbed wire. I feel sorry for the horse. But then again, you weren't supposed to be looking. Here's some extra drawings at the back of the book. They're so cool. I think for Halloween, if I can grow my hair out long enough, I might play as Eric himself. Because the past two Halloweens have been Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. This picture used to be my profile picture for a while. Just the face though, because having bloody hands might not be allowed. But they're beautiful. And so when you get this book and you feel like you hear something talking to you, just know that it is James O'Barr quietly whispering to you to tell you to realize that it's not your fault, and to realize that your pain has to be accepted eventually. You can't be going on like this. But it's why we change. Anyway, I'm going to give this book to you. Would you like the paper cover too? No? You just want the book? Okay. Yeah, I guess it'll make it more mysterious whenever you go out to the cafeteria and talk to those ladies. I've seen you there. Totally wasn't looking through the window. I totally take classes there and, eat lunch at the cafeteria and don't just eavesdrop on people who've been renting my books. That would be weird. That would be that's preposterous. So anyway, I'll give this to you. And in the meantime, I want you to think about what Eric stands for. I'm kidding. I'm not going to give you a whole essay thing to write about. Just read it and you'll enjoy it, trust. I'm not an English teacher. I'm just a librarian. The librarian of the freaky library. And I'll see you later.